gift zinaingia kama business income na zinakuwa tax. This gift is specifically for non-government organization. No non-government organization, they always receive gifts. So this is correctly included here that even if you are non-governmental income and all organization and all your income comes from gifts, you are supposed to pay tax unless you have kama umepata umeweza kuabide kwenye conditions za section 64, otherwise ambayo ni kupata charitable status alikuwa recognized kama charity by TRA. Otherwise kama wewe ni NGO na una charitable status unakuwa treated kama biashara nyingine na unatakiwa kulipa kodi kama mtu mwingine. Amount derived effectively with the business and that would otherwise be included in calculating other income. Amount of tax benefit or advantage qualified under Section 4.7. Section 4.7 inazungumzia benefit ambazo staff wanapewa. Mfano kama umepewa pombo na hujamchaji huyu staff interest, lakini sheria inasema anatakiwa atajue interest na iwe tax kama income from employment. Kwa hiyo ile income yeye anakuwa charged kama expense, kama income kwake ni expense kwa kampuni, lakini pia ni income. Macha zitakuwa na net of effect, lakini it is being treated as a benefit. So use of company motor vehicle, use of company premises, interest-free loans, also the benefit is qualified as income. So it excludes exempt amounts, and final withholding payments. Exempt amounts which are the second schedule kama mshahara wa raisi au kodi, transactions ambazo zimeingia kwenye Africa Development Bank na vitu vingi. Ukiangalia second schedule utaona exempt amounts. Final withholding payment ni payment kama dividend ambazo zinakuwa subjected to withholding tax at final, na labda interest ya in rental kama mtu amepangisha nyumba akakatwa ile tax ya withholding 5%, withholding tax ya 5%, hiyo inakuwa final. Kwa hiyo hata takiwa kuja kulipa kodi. In case kama hii amount imekuwa included kwenye income, unaideduct wakati wa kufanya tax computation. And any other, if the amount that's included in computation of income from employment is not income from business. Next slide.
Bado tuko kwenye business income ya inclusion and exclusion. Hapo tuko pamoja.
So business expenses, nini unaweza ukadeduct? Kwa sababu corporation tax unachukua income, unatoa expenses, then unapata amount of tax to be paid. Most of the time tukikutana na TRA audit wanasema hapana, this is another one. Hizo hatukubaliani nazo. Sasa zipi zinakubalika na zipi hazikubaliki, ili ukijua kwamba yes, hii sio business expense, inakuwa rahisi kwako pia. Hata kama mna discuss mnakutana na TRA audit or assessment, unajua kabisa, au kukutana na hiyo transaction kwenye biashara yako, unajua kwamba hii matters are carrying it, but kwenye tax computation inabidi uiondoe sababu haikubaliki. Wanasema tunakubali the amount to be excluded, amount to be recognized as expense are the expenses that have been incurred wholly and exclusively in the production of income from the business. When you're saying wholly and exclusively, it should have direct relationship to the business you're doing. Unaweza kukuta unafanya biashara ya consultancy, alafu una expense za kununua mabati labda. That amount does not relate to what you're doing, so it is not allowed business expense, much as una receipt, una FD na kampuni imenunua. So as long as that expense does not relate to the nature of business you're doing, it is not allowable business expense. And also to the extent, to the matter that is it really necessary? Mfano labda unakuta unafanya biashara labda ya I'll stick to consultancy, labda ya consultancy. Unahitaji viti kwa ajili ya ofisi. Ukanunua viti 500. Una receipt kweli ya viti 500. Lakini these viti 500, we really need them kwa ajili ya biashara yako. If not, that amount is allowed during computation of size. So it should have direct relationship with the business you're doing, and it should be incurred in the course of doing business with all the supporting documents. This time around, when I insist kwenye EFD receipt, so ukinunua by receipt, ukiuza kwa receipt. Every time you should ask for the receipt so as to support your expenditure. It excludes capital expenditure. Expenditure in capital nature, and fixed assets, it will be depreciated, but you can't include all of it as an expense. Consumption expenditure of capital nature, you cannot include them for business purposes. There is something called interest above the capitalization ratio. We'll look into it later. But there is amount if you are exempt to control the entity, or the entity whose shares, more than 25% of shares, is being owned by an unregistered person or a non-governmental organization or exempt entity. There is a restriction to the interest on loan you are allowed to claim. Most of the business ambazo ziko owned na non-residents huwa wanapenda kufinance for debt, kwa sababu finance for debt you can claim interest other than equity. So the government has a way of restricting that interest expense and encourage investors to invest in capital rather than in loan. So there's also accounting depreciation. Now depreciation for accounting and depreciation for tax purposes. So depreciation for accounting is disallowed, and tax consultants should compute depreciation as per the schedule in the Act, the wear and tear schedule. So you disallow the accounting depreciation and allow the wear and tear depreciation, the wear and tear computation as per the Income Tax Act. And there is provision of bad debt. Provision of bad debt is only allowed if it is approved. For the bank and financial institution, it should be approved by the Bank of Tanzania, and all the evidence should indicate that you have tried to follow up and have failed. Also, next slide. Are you seeing the next slide?
No, bado tuko kwenye business expenses. Okay, now, yes. Nimerudi. Okay, yeah, now tuko pamoja.
Fine and penalties, kama umefanya makosa ukapigwa fine, traffic fine, penalties that TRA are not allowed expenses, because if they get to be allowed, zinaweza zikawa zina encourage watu kufanya makosa na claim the penalties.
Yeah.
Yes.
Times do other people can talk, because there's only one person who is asking questions and trying to follow the slides. I'm trying to ask, do other people comfortable when can follow? Kindly.
As we said that this one person will finish presenting and we will have an interaction session whereby all people can talk.
Nasema kuna huyu dada amekuwa akiuliza na nini tunamsikia, lakini wengine wamekaa kimya. That's the only my question.
Mr. Usaji, so tunachokifanya kwenye hizi presentation, which usually happen every Thursday saa 2 mpaka saa 3, tunakuwa na topic alafu tunakuwa tumeinvite presenter mmoja kwa kupeleka through that topic, lakini 20 minutes before saa 3 hata kama tukiongeza tunakuwa na interaction session ya kunanilia, lakini kama akiuliza labda next slide na everything for the sake of organization and all that, ni mtu mmoja tu na kwa sababu sio kwamba anauliza swali au anything.
Okay, nilikuwa naogopa tu kwamba itakapofika muda utakuta wengine walikuwa na maswali ambayo wakasahau. That's my
okay, sorry, labda haukuwepo mwanzoni na in case anyone has joined after. Okay, so for those who have joined later, I said kama una swali wakati unafanya presentation na unaogopa kusahau, unaweza kutumia chat room iliyopo hapo. Ukiklik on your bottom right corner kuna vidot vitatu, unaenda kwenye equal messages, utaandika hilo swali hapo. Ukija kwenye interactive session, tutakuwa tunasoma hayo maswali alafu watakuwa yanajibiwa.
Kwa ina maana kila mtu ameelewa kwamba anaweza kuandika swali lake kwenye hiyo house.
Yes.
All right, that's the only thing I want.
Yeah, na sio maswali, tunaweza kuintroduce ku network, it's free in the chat room. Lakini for now ni presenter wetu tu ambaye ni Anna ndo anaenda kuendelea through the presentation mpaka mwisho.
Okay, I was concerned. I was just trying to think why people are so quiet.
Okay, yeah, that's the formality of the presentation. Asante, Mr. Lusajo. Anna, please.
Okay, we are looking at business expense exclusion. We look at fine and penalties, expenditure that's incurred to derive exempt amounts or fine withholding tax, withholding payment. As we said before, exempt amounts and fine withholding payments are not forming part of the business income. The same as the expenditure that relates to those payments are not supposed to be claimed as expenses. Then we have distribution by entity. Dividend is not allowable business expense. That's why most people want to finance by debt because interest is allowed business expense. Withholding tax paid by withholder is not allowed expenses. And expenditure of capital nature, which I've already said before. Next slide. Next slide.
Tuko kwenye business inclusion, expenses inclusion na exclusion. Okay, yeah, hapo tuko pamoja.
The business interest on loan and exempt amount.
Yes, tuko hapo.
I said it before, but it was likely. As I said, kwamba serikali inataka motivate watu, foreigners, non-governmental organizations, associations, to invest kwenye capital rather than kwenye debt, kwenye kumpa loan. So ukiwa unaanzisha biashara, you can either give loan or investors capital. Kwa sababu dividend sio allowable business expenditure, but interest is. Kwa watu wengi huwa wanapenda kuinvest kwenye debt kwa sababu wanaweza kuclaim interest na wakapunguza taxable income. So the government has given the TRAs limiting interest that can be claimed 7 to 3, debt to equity rate of 7 to 3. So ukiwa na deni la 10 na equity, ichukua amount ulioweka kwenye debt ukagawa kwa amount iliyoweka kwenye equity ikawa kama 10 to 1%. You need to compare with this debt ratio and disallow other expenses. So the only amount that is allowed to be claimed for exempt control entity is only 7 to 3%. The exempt control entity is at the time of during the year of income 25% or more of the underlying ownership of the entity is being held by exempt entity under the second schedule. Approved retirement funds kama NSSF, SSF, charitable organizations. With charitable organizations zinataka kufanya some business kwa ajili ya sustainability. Wengi hawataki kuendelea kudepend kwa dola ambao wanataka kufanya biashara. Kwa kama more than 25% is owned by charitable organization, the amount of interest inakuwa limited. Non-resident person, as I said before, watu wengi wanapenda kuleta kufanya investment in terms of debt kwa sababu the interest on loan is allowed business expenses or association of such entities or persons. So if the shareholders are 25% of shareholding of the entities owned by these people, the interest is restricted to only 70 to 30 ratio. Next slide.
Yes, tuko pamoja.
Okay. Repair maintenance we may point out specifically kwa sababu ina restrictions zake. Repair maintenance is allowed if it is incurred for normal repairs, but if it's a big repair like engine overhaul of the car, it should be included in the cost and depreciated accordingly in that pool of assets. So if the repair is substantial, you can't claim it as expense. You have to include it in the asset and claim depreciation of a year of the useful life of that asset. Another slide. Are we there?
Let's put the same slide.
I think I need to do.
Okay, now to go. It makes sense.
I think I have known what to do then. Gift and donation allows the expenses, but only to the limit of 2% of the profit. If you are, kama wewe una kampuni una make loss, you are not allowed to do donation. Kama una make profit, only 2% of your profit is allowed. The rest is being disallowed. Kama we make profit ya milioni 10, ukatoa donation ya milioni 20, only 2% of milioni 10 ambayo milioni 200,000 is allowed to be donated. The rest is being disallowed. So this also is something to take into consideration. However, if you're donating to support education, like donate madawati or shule, that's always allowed. There are no restrictions. Something to note here on gift and donation. If you're donating to an organization which does not have charitable status, the whole amount is being disallowed. So when you are a corporation and you want to do some donation, you should make sure that the organization you are donating to, they have charitable status. Depreciable asset, as I discussed earlier, there is a specific computation for depreciation in the Act, and as I said earlier, that accounting depreciation is not allowable expense. So you can have your accounting depreciation, but when you are doing tax, you have to recompute your depreciation by putting all the assets into the schedule as described by Income Tax Act. Just for now, but this is a very big topic. We can do another training for that. Another thing that I wanted to share with you is the year of income. The year of income most of the time is calendar year, January to December. However, when you have started your business, let's say in August, you can write to the commissioner and request to have a calendar year of income, the first year of income, more than 12 months for the more than 12 months. So you can submit your first return for more than 12 months up to 18 months, but you can't do that unless you request from commissioner. Commissioner means a nearby TRI office or TRI office that you have been registered. Why am I saying this, and why the act requires this? Sometimes umeanza biashara yako mwezi wa 11 kwa sababu sheria inasema mwaka wa biashara ni January to December. You can't prepare accounts za mwezi mmoja. It's not economical. You have to call an auditor to prepare financial statements, to certify your returns and the like. So I think TRA has seen that and allowed the business people who have started the business to have grace period of at least 6 months up to the time they can prepare their financial statements. So you can request from the commissioner, file your first returns for a period of 12 to 18 months. But it doesn't come automatically, you have to request. Also, you can request from the TRA or the commissioner in that manner your year of income not to be a calendar year. The other year of income which starts in July, maybe they want to be the same as government year of income, or others like most NGOs, they want to align their year of income with the donors. Others are international organizations, they want to align their year of income with sister or parent companies. They request to the commissioner to change the year of income from calendar year to the month they have stated. So it's also allowed, but you have to request. If you don't request, it will automatically state 12 months.
Anna, sorry, for the sake of time, we are almost running out of time. Could you maybe use 5 more minutes to wrap up the session?
For now, I'm done. To be continued in the next session. Yes, I have some slides, but as we said, for the matter time, I will end up today here.